Come on.
What the hell is running?
No, it says we're live. I think we're live. I don't know. Hello, everybody. I'm pretty sure we're here. I have no idea.
It's funny when you can report your problem to Apple and you can put comments in there. Have you ever crashed a Mac yet?
I don't run Mac.
No.
I gotta get one. Maybe one day. I don't know.
Well, pretty much all the cool kids are using them.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Very happy boy. Very happy. Tonight, thank you. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Do 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 do.
Well, what happened?
All the hard work started
to
pay off. At least this round of it. Now it's time to do even more hard work to get to the next round of it.
It's farming.
Very happy stuff. Good stuff. Lots of things happening. Lots of good things happening. Meeting a lot of good people, new people. Got to hang out with a bunch of folks in Ohio and make some new friends and learn a little bit about a culture I hadn't been exposed to yet. It's just a little bit different. It's like
what culture is that?
Well, I interpreted it, and probably incorrectly, but I interpreted it as a bit of Midwestern with some Southern light with just the tiniest dash of Eastern, maybe some Southwest mixed in. Definitely not California, definitely not full Midwestern. It was kind of an interesting blend. That was my takeaway, at least. And mind you, I was only in Sandusky, so I got a very tiny glimpse of what Ohio's all about.
Sandusky.
Ooh, kernel dump.
Yeah.
Well, PGI without any. So you have CPU
panicked task. Okay, so I'm gonna read that this. So I've never run a kernel dump from a Mac before.
Yeah.
But we're about ready to learn. Let's get to it.
Well, let's Google that. That's where I would start.
I like Google.
I will put that in the Googles and see what comes up.
It didn't match.
Go with the IGFB Panic Powerwell. I bet that's a better search.
It's this task right here that crashed.
Yeah, the Powerwell CPP. Does that mean that you're what the hell does that do? I have to learn Mac now. I don't know Mac. All right, first off, what's the Powerwell on Mac?
8B6B.
GPU, is it GPU or CPU?
CPU.
There was a CPU panic, not GPU. Okay.
All right, excellent.
Are you running boot camp on it? Please fix my shit, Evan. I love it.
All right. I copied and pasted. We'll figure that shit out later. All right, what's going on tonight?
Does it have boot camp on it?
Boot camp, no.
No. Okay. I'm troubleshooting the old school way. I took very limited information and then I went to a knowledge resource and I started looking for things that might closely match what I'm looking for. AKA Google.
It's an audio. I think we got an audio driver problem. If I was to be.
Now, that
was
mathy.
Graphics. It what?
That was very mathy. There was a lot of math in what you showed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Oh, for everybody, Chris is on an aeroplane back to home, I think, or wherever he's going to go log in from. I think it's home.
Yeah, what the hell is he doing?
He was given a talk today in Connecticut, and now he's trying to get back from Connecticut.
Let's see.
How are you this evening? How was your day?
It's good, man. I don't remember what I did. I don't remember what I did, man.
Yeah?
I scrolled a lot today. Yeah. Yeah. We got too much
Did you have fun?
going on. Yeah, I think so.
In the
I think
moment,
so.
did you feel like you were getting things done? Even if those things weren't necessarily productive, but they were getting accomplished?
Yeah, I had a really good talk with Oscar, the CTO at FR Secure. We spent a good amount of time on the phone. We're building that Security Studio as attack surface analysis and vulnerability scanner, and I don't want anybody to pay for it. So, pulling shit from all kinds of free shit and stuff like that. So that took me down a bunch of whole different places, a whole bunch of APIs and pulling data from, and I'm trying to figure out what I want, what I don't want. Did a lot of that today. Made my badge. You saw the certification badge, GDS or GSD, get shit done certification.
I did.
I don't remember what else I did. Oh, found a sweet deal on, did you see that? I found a sweet deal on Python books. Did you see that?
On what?
Python books.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me see if I can find where I put it. Put it somewhere. Oh, here we go. There we go. Humble bundle. Let me go ahead and share this screen for you. Got a whole bunch of shit open right now, but whatever. Look at that. 18 books.
Wow. For what, 30 bucks?
35 bucks.
35
all goes to charity, man.
Really?
Yeah, this is the best book, by the way. This is for anybody who's interested in Python. This is the best book ever written on Python, in my opinion.
Or needs a refresh, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's still Python 3 in the first edition. I haven't read the second edition. But yeah, these are some sweet books, man. You get 18 books and no starch prices. Good shit. So
yeah, that's awesome. Now, are those ebooks or are those paper books?
PDF, baby.
Nice.
Let me see if I can log in. I don't know if I have my login in here. Fuck password did I use? No, it's not that one. Is that it?
Nice.
Code. Fuck, enter code. Where the fuck's my code going?
Email.
Shit.
Yeah, isn't that fun? Where's the MFA code at now? As much as I can, I like to get them on the Authenticator app. It just makes it easier to do.
Your protections, verify this computer is yours. What if it's not mine? So I can't use this if it's not my computer?
I mean,
and that's the part that sucks when you do the email ones, is like sometimes you got to wait for flipping ever. And it's like, and by the time usually I get the email, I already scrolled off on 3 more things.
I like it.
So I did that today. I don't remember what else, man. Meetings, probably.
I did a few of those. I did some strategy stuff, some tax stuff. It was a pretty well-rounded day, and I feel pretty good. I felt good in the thick of it, and I feel good at the end of it. It's good. I even got a chance to exercise a little bit of forgiving of trespasses in a family situation. It was like, all right, I can just not and just let things go and move forward with that. And so that was good. That was hard. That was like the hardest part. There's nothing else I did today that was harder than that.
Never. Get the hell out of there. What purchases? See,
Books.
you're humbled. So look, PDF, EPUB, Mobi.
Moby.
That's pretty sweet, right?
I like it. Put the link in the chat.
Okay. Forgot where I was at. All right, hold on. Oh shit. Chat. What chat? The big chat?
Any chat.
The shit show chat? What chat?
Put it in the YouTube's chat.
You got a YouTube chat?
The tube skis. Or throw it in the Zoom and I'll put it in the tube skis.
When we get a all right.
Well, I know I call it Zoom tubes in the meeting because it's the combo platter.
Got it. So tell me about your day. What's up?
Good day. Put together some good deals with some partners that are committed, wanting to grow. Made a lot of progress on getting things formed and formatted for next week so that it's a great time to spend time together. I'm really excited for the company party, but also there's a couple key pieces of business best done in person. And so I want to be fully prepared for all that. Same with Tony. Tony and I have been working really, really tight on a few things, getting geared up. Our partnerships are flourishing. Our partnership with Nodewares is continuing to flourish and provide value. Lots of little good things, but honestly, probably the best thing that happened today was getting an email from one of our key partners telling me what a good job one of our employees did and the positivity and tenacity, if you will, that he showed. He's like, dude, hit me up like 30 seconds, minute and a half. I'm probably exaggerating there, but very shortly after the webinar ended saying, hey, what do I got to do? And what are the steps to take to get some of that so that we can, improve what we're doing over here with how we're working with you and following this growth stuff that the boss man's been saying. So it was just nice. It's nice. I'm sure it's good for you when people call and they're like, hey, did you know you got some okay people working for you? You're like, yeah, I like that. That's nice. That's a perk. And then, lots of stuff, drudging through the mess of things and lining up bowling pins and smoothing over bumps in the road. And today was very diverse. And I got to do a couple nice things and I got to help a couple people. And so kind of cherry on the top.
Cherry on the top.
Yeah. Move the needle. Made a Mr. Rogers meme.
I saw that.
I like that meme.
Yeah.
It just kind of came. It was one of those things where it was kind of on the heart where I was just like, I made the mistake of going on social media to try to see if there was anything bright and shiny to look at. and just went, yeah, back away for a few minutes, do something positive.
Yeah, I like that. I decided I'm not going to trim the beard at all. It's already over to the lips. I'm going to let it go just
until you cut it off down in Mexico. Is that the plan? You're going to go full ZZ top with it and then.
Yeah.
Do you like to eat hair?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're solid. You're
no,
golden.
Wait. I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it's protein, right?
Yeah. I think it's keratin. I think it's like same thing as fingernails. Maybe I could be wrong. I'm not the med expert in the house. Let's see. What is hair made of?
I fucking broke my email too. Some bitch.
Keratin. It is protein. It's a tough protein. And it's shaped like a helix.
Shaped like a what?
A helix. And it forms part of the skin and its appendages, body and hair, apparently. That the hair has skin and appendages.
The what has appendages?
The hair. Well, it's got other pieces, right? It's got the outer core and the inner core and I don't know. I went onto the Google. You can't just take everything you see instantly as what it might be. You got to look a little bit. What's the pattern?
Appendages. Am I in the chat now?
Are you in the YouTube chat? I don't know. Say hello. I don't see anything yet.
Put a URL there.
I'm not seeing it. I see a hello. Okay, there it is. It's probably just the delay.
I don't think it likes my URL.
Maybe it thinks you're trying to sell something.
Fuck me, man. All right, I give up. Here, I'll put the link.
Did you see that NIST released some updated guidance for software supply chain?
I'm so tired of NIST. Why don't you give somebody something that they can do and give them something fucking fundamental and basic?
I mean, but then how could the White House boost support for quantum? See, we got to boost cybersecurity by boosting.
I read that, and President Biden signed that thing. Like he can't even fucking spell quantum.
Yep, it's gonna boost cybersecurity, quantum tech.
I thought that was so funny. It's like he signed it. Do you even know what you signed? He had no idea what he signed.
No, what he signed was the blinky light is no longer a light, but it is also a light, and it blinks and it doesn't blink. And the only way you're going to know is if you look at it, but the very act of looking at it invalidates your results unless you look at it enough times that statistically you can say most likely that's the answer.
Yeah, I saw that he signed that. I was like, oh God.
That's my current best shot at explaining quantum and quantum computers. And
because first of all, he's of that generation, the 70 somethings. There are very, very, very few who understand anything about quantum. And then you take, I'm not ripping on, I don't want to get into a political thing, but that guy can hardly read a teleprompter right now.
Well, and I would argue the majority of our leadership across the board is not as technologically savvy to the level we need them to be effective in the decisions that they're making and supporting, right? I would say there's my argument, right? There's a fundamental disconnect between the world we've created and the world that we're biologically aligned to operate in. And therefore, we start to have all kinds of goofy shit happen and people go crazy. And then, the big news of the day is someone has uncovered Chinese espionage. Really? Just now? You sure? Just now.
Find out what that. Oh, the alien fish. I'm still being asked about the alien fish.
Alien fish. Today I learned about a gun knife.
No, Emilio asked about the alien fish. Do you remember the alien fish? I told you the story about the alien fish.
Oh yeah, the one that tried to possibly murder or not murder, and you didn't want to decide, so you put Harmon in the way. That one.
Yeah, I grabbed him like, here, take Harmon. He's meteor.
See, I'm glad I wasn't on that dive because I would have flown past it and then kept going and going, disappeared into the open ocean.
Yeah, we've got July 24th to the 31st. Probably 15 to 20 dives. We're going to dive that whole week.
That's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah. And Emilio, I will find this thing.
The alien fish. Well, yeah, you got your GoPro now, and Gustavo.
Gustavo,
thank you. I knew it was Gusto something, but Gustavo. He's got one, so we can get it from 2 angles.
Yeah.
Talk John into getting one. Or have him get them new glasses. I was just at Best Buy a couple weeks ago.
I don't think they'll fit in this mask.
Well, they now have the camera glasses so that you can live stream.
In your mask, though, you got a mask on.
Give it time. Hell, I'll make one. Drill a tiny hole and then silicone the hell out of it.
Do my eyes look big right now?
They're very, very alive.
Yeah. Okay, so security stuff. Okay, so shit, so much security stuff going on. Oh, state of Minnesota, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
They made a new they made it so for the listeners, the state of Minnesota yesterday. I forget which day it is. Yesterday, I think we were in a meeting and they couldn't wait to show me. They created a new training program and certification called GSD, and it's short for Get Shit Done. And they actually made a PowerPoint, presentation and presented it to leadership. And they said it was inspired by me. But oh, that's cool. Get shit done.
I love it. Yeah. Make it happen, Captain.
Yeah. So then I sent that over to New Jersey. Mike Garrity, he's so awesome, man. He's probably there's 2 CISOs that come to mind that I would work for. He's one, and Pat Joyce is probably the other. And and I sent it to him, and what he sent back, he texted me back. Fuck, I gotta find it. It was funny. Well, no wonder I'm not getting anything done. I thought VSD meant German Shepherd dog.
Nah.
All right. So that was kind of cool. And so I made stickers. We have 100 stickers coming with GSD. Here, I'll show a picture of it.
Nice.
People. You saw the picture, yeah?
I saw the logo, yeah. So if that got turned into a sticker, I love it.
Mm-hmm. Did get turned into a sticker. And I got way too much shit going on. And now here, I'll show you. Okay, here.
And maybe this is why the Colonel panicked.
Because of me? No, it totally is because of me, man. Come on.
It's like, I can't do one more thing, bro. I'm out.
I know. Stop it.
Too much data.
See? Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Only $40 for however many of them I bought there.
That's awesome.
Get shit done. So I made that today.
I like it. You're good at that. Were you a graphic artist in a former life?
Mm-mm. No, I've just, over the years, starting a small business from nothing, you had to do everything at the beginning. So, you learn certain things. If people want to, the best app for me, is Canva. I mean, it's for the basic stuff, and it always looks nice. It's, I mock everything up in Canva. So go get an account or hack mine.
I mean, Speaking of, did you see the latest story on Krebs where Russia is now renting out their tech-savvy prisoners to corporate IT?
Who is doing what?
So remember all the hackers that got arrested? The Russian hackers. Russia made a big show of it. They arrested all the hackers. They're now outsourcing them to corporate IT. I'll put the link in the chat here for put it in the Zoom, and I put it in the YouTubes.
I read something this week about, it was from the Ukraine, one of the Ukrainian, I think, head people. He said that the only way really the war is going to end is is when Putin dies. I agree. I mean, you're going to have to take him out. He's too, he's not going to back down.
I'm
the
worried.
Good thing is he's getting his ass kicked.
Well, and I'm worried. I guess I shouldn't say worried. Doing risk assessment, I have considered the risk because the impact is very high and the likelihood at this point is higher than it has been that he decides to do some kind of Hail Mary pass on the way out the door.
Could happen.
You know, okay, we're overwhelmed. We've economically crushed. We've whittled our forces to next to nothing.
Who's it? And who was that? One of those fucking weirdos. And I don't mind saying that about Russians. They're probably going to poison me.
Well,
I don't think it would have any effect,
man.
All the shit I put into this body. This is what I'm drinking tonight. I don't know what this is, but
yeah, I don't know how you do the randos. I mean, I do the monster, and that's bad enough. But you just pick like random crap up. I don't know how you do it.
Oh, look, and I got another one over here. Hold on.
Oh, good God.
Can you see this one?
No, Spike. I don't know. It's probably good that we can't.
Spike, hardcore energy.
Hardcore. Did you ever see that YouTube video when energy drinks first got popular? There was a spoof put together of one of the energy commercials.
No.
You never saw this? No. Oh man, it probably did not age well, but at the time it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, this oh, okay. Yeah, this is the one that I read, I think yesterday or the day before. Russian state TV. It shows nuclear bombs sinking the UK.
Oh, good.
They actually did a video simulation of what it would look like.
I mean, come on, Russia. North Korea makes better shitty propaganda than that. At least theirs has some music behind it and some rockets.
Pandas, probably.
You're gonna show, yeah. Do you remember when that came out? It was North Korea launching a nuke at the White House, and you could tell it was old school Paint Shop Pro.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They did that on a Windows 98 box. I guarantee it.
Well, the thing that's so surprising, though, I thought Russia was a lot better at this than this. But, they
thought so too. But then I don't know. I don't know. Are they? Are they not?
No.
Old school Russia? Sure. New school mafia, corrupt KGB oligarch Russia? I don't know.
Well, I think there was a video that circulated today of one of their, brand new latest generation T90s got taken out. And they posted it, somebody posted it to Facebook. That was pretty cool.
I hadn't seen that. I have viewed, I don't want to say enjoyed. They seem to be having a good time and a bad time. All the TikTok videos of the Ukrainian soldiers. I mean, these dudes are straight gangsters. They're doing dances, launching a freaking rocket, going back to doing a dance.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, I guess.
Spike checks all the boxes, says the Kittleson. I spent a week with Kittleson, 10 days with Kittleson.
10 days. That's an
in Mexico. Yeah, 10 days with John Kittleson in Mexico. We both survived. Yeah, I like him. That's for sure, but
I don't know. I like it.
You got two squirrels,
myself 10 days. I'm just saying 10 days, a lot of days.
It was like this a lot. We're doing a lot of this.
Air piano, tango.
Well, we sang.
My charades game isn't strong. What's that?
All right, man. We had a good time, kind of, because I just do all kinds of weird shit. So it was his first time ever scuba diving. It was Josh Winter's first time scuba diving. It was Bobby's second time scuba diving. So we all did all that, and that was kind of cool. It was cool to be a part of that with everybody. And then fucking John adopted a dog.
I saw that.
it was just,
did you get it home? Did you get
yeah.
the
Oh
dog?
yeah. He was not gonna, nope.
Did you
He
stay
was
extra
not,
days to get the dog home?
no, he fucking registered the dog as a service dog and got the dog on the plane. Big fucking dog too. I got a picture of that. Check this shit out, man.
I mean, you know,
I got pictures of everything. I got evidence. You know, I keep all this evidence for a reason. Trust me.
collection. I gotta watch you.
Oh yeah, I got tons and tons of evidence. So no, okay. So this dog looks like a tiger. His name I think is Tiger, unless John changed the name, but it was Tiger last time I saw him. Okay, have you seen him?
No, you ain't sharing.
No, I mean, have you seen him before though?
Oh, the dog. Yeah. It was he was on the shit show.
Tiger was?
Yes.
Oh shit. All right. Did I already talk about this?
No, it happened live while we were doing the shit show. You had just got back and he had the dog, or you'd been back a short while and you had the dog with him.
Yeah. What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, here's us diving.
Nice.
That's John right there. That fucking guy in the front right there. And that's Bobby, the baldy guy.
How'd Bobby like it?
Oh, Bobby loves it. Watch. So this is us going down. Visibility wasn't too bad. That's Bobby. Look at him. Big oaf. Here. Let's see if it's going to play. Who knows? It might play, it might not play.
I don't know. It's nice. That's a ton of fun.
It's cool when it plays, but oh, here we go. This is Bobby. See, I'm doing too much shit on my. Do you see it scrolling right now? Apple's going like.
I see the spinny
stuff.
spin.
Too much stuff. Can't do it. Evan, stop asking me to do stuff before I crash again.
I'm telling you, you're gonna have another panic.
Yeah.
Your laptop needs a Xanax.
No. All right, we gotta stop that share. I think I have to kill that fucking process too. Holy shit, I didn't realize I had all this open. All right, it's been killed. Oh fuck. Where'd that come from? There's something open. Like, I had this open. All right, we'll delete that. I don't need that.
I like when I've got Word fully closed, but it closed during a reboot, and I go to open one document. Instead, I get 175 other documents, and the one I wanted is buried at the bottom of the stack.
Yeah. So Emilio asked, do I prefer Mac? Yeah, I do prefer Mac. And one, because I hate Microsoft. I mean, I've been around Microsoft long enough and seen enough shit they've done over the years that I'm not happy with Microsoft in any way, shape, or form. And Mac I like because it's a nice ecosystem now, because now when I go from system to system, when I go from MacBooks to iPads to my phone, it's really easy to find shit. It's like right there. So I'm much more productive, except for when I crash shit. But that's not Macintosh's. I mean, that's not Apple's problem. That's me. It's Evan doing stupid shit again.
I begrudgingly may have to make the switch simply for that productivity aspect. Mm-hmm. I traditionally haven't, because you can't I mean, you can play with it, but not to the degree that you could. And I don't know, coming up the old school ranks, man. I mean, I ran DOS before I ran anything. So I don't know if there's that loyalty piece. Like, I hate Microsoft as a company, and their product is great and shitty simultaneously, but I don't know. I've always, it's like the Android, you can do more. Does it sound better the other way around?
But you can read it now.
Beats. Do you like those better than your Bose?
Yeah.
More comfortable or better sound or what?
Well, since Beats was bought by Apple, it's the same thing, man. It just, the ecosystem just works perfectly.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think I didn't have Beats before they were bought by Apple, so I don't know what it was like before then. But I mean, in terms of like the construction, the Bose has nice metal, aluminum shit. I think it's better constructed. This is really, it's plasticky, but I've never broken it, and so
Right.
if I'm not breaking it, then it's probably
Well,
pretty good.
I recently swapped out for the earbuds.
Yeah.
More comfortable on flights. I was finding that the over the ear, after a while, I'm on a 3 or 4 hour flight, the over ear starts getting a little hot, getting a little, I don't know, it just wasn't as comfortable. And so I swapped out for the earbuds, and the noise canceling's damn close. It's just a smidgen less, but I don't know, I like them. Good battery life on them too. And you can throw them in the pocket. It's just a tiny little case for them.
Yeah, battery life on these is really sweet too. I'm at 81%, and I've used, I probably haven't charged it in 2 days, and I've had a shitload of meetings. The noise canceling is nice because there's always this fucking dog. Oh shit, I don't know where my dog went. I closed the door. She's not even in here. Funny. She's pestering Marlis now. That's awesome.
Mine's just pacing in and out, in and out. Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
Should I go see if I can get mine?
You're going to go get your dog?
Yeah. Violet.
John, did you keep, it's still Tiger. Okay. I like it. How's he settling in, John? Did you open it up so she can come back now?
Yeah, but now Marlis is down here.
Nice.
Okay, so that trip, 10 days, I went and got this tattoo. It's hard to see it. This one.
Nice. You'd been wanting that one. I think we talked about that when we were down in Mexico one of the times.
Yeah, and then we had shit. Yeah, those guys diving. The dog thing was funny because this dog was I was driving up the hill, to our house, and I was probably maybe a quarter of the way up the hill, and we invited we like people, so I invited our housekeeper and her husband and their grandkids to dinner, because she's there, but she's always working, so I was like, why don't you have dinner with us and just be one of us,
Mm-hmm.
And so they were walking up the hill, and the dog was with them. And so we stopped and say, hey, get in the car and we'll drive you the rest of the way up. And so we did that. And Tiger was running alongside the car the whole way up the rest of the hill, like running. And then, that it's like really steep. And we got up to the top of the hill. It's like, oh, okay, nice dog. And, and then he sat on those 2 pictures were him sitting on our front doorstep while we ate dinner. And he sat there the whole time and waited for us. And I think it was at that point where, Kielson was like, I'm going to adopt this dog. So we brought him in the house, and one thing led to another, and the dog's super healthy, and we adopted. But, in order to do that too, we had to make trips to Petco or something, way on the other side of town. That was that was an adventure for sure. There was some other weird shit that happened too. There's always weird shit, with me.
Well, yeah, I'm curiously optimistic about the weird shit we get into when I'm down there. You and my father combined, I can see it happening. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm excited.
I
to
know
meet you
we are,
guys.
but there's certain levels of chaos that if all the pieces come together, it gets a little weird.
No, it's gonna get really fun. Did you? What are the dates for that?
So right now,
I forgot what it was.
the
Oh no, I
plan,
gave you options. Just choose, right?
you did, and I chose, and it was and this is the part where I'm going to have to again admit that I probably need a Mac because I got to check a handful of different calendars. And that's getting old, I'll tell you that. I want to say it's the week of the 18th, Sunday the 18th through the whatever was, I think, the week that we were targeting.
Did I close my email? I think I closed my email. Or it crashed. It's probably time to rebuild this thing.
Like, are you oh good Lord. Well, too bad for all that.
Too bad for all that.
I know when you see that. That's all I got to say right now. Too bad for all that.
When you get those emails, it's like, oh yeah, too bad for all that. That sucks. I get so many of those fucking emails where it's like, it sucks.
Yep. All right. Yeah, it was we're 18 to 23. One last place to check to make sure.
That's not a full week. You should make it a full week.
Well, it's the week starting on the 18th to the whenever. Like,
okay, 25th.
Yeah. I want to say that's it. I feel like it is. Now, you don't manage your mom's like accounts or anything like that, right? You don't have to do like password resets and crap like that for her.
No.
Okay. So
I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I don't either, but unfortunately, that's not the arrangement I have. So occasionally I will insert colorful language.
You know what? We should do that next, right here. Who's got the next show? You?
Give me a second. So many places, so many things.
All right. So my next show, what we're going to do is I'm just going to randomly text people. I mean, because I got a Mac, so I can share it.
I got a random text app. Yep.
Well, no, I'm going to text people I know.
Oh, I see.
But I'm just going to text them weird shit. I'll text my mom, while we're on the shit show, like, Mom, what the fuck's up? Or, we'll just see what the hell happens. We'll start texting people because it'll be like 10 o'clock at night, and I'll put something like, where did you put that fire extinguisher? Do you remember that fire extinguisher I gave you? Do you remember where it is? Because I need it like now. What were those 3 numbers I was supposed to call in an emergency? Fuck.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna do that. Panic. That's gonna be my next shit show. It's gonna be we're gonna sit here and watch.
You rando text people. This is.
Yep.
I mean, I probably will find that quite entertaining myself.
I text my kids. I'll text John Harmon. We'll text whoever. And then people can put numbers in here, phone numbers.
For us to randomly text?
Yeah. I mean, do realize this is public, so whatever.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. What am I?
Well, phone numbers are basically public anyway, so.
Sort of.
Oh, I can get them. Public enough.
Public enough, I'll give you that.
Anyone that anybody's going to share in here will be public anyway. I don't think, probably. We'll find out. That'll be fun. I want to text all. Oh shit!
I have the next episode.
So July 24th is the dive week. So there was a guy on Twitter. This is just how fucked up and random I am. So there's this guy on Twitter. I've never met him before, but he follows me, and some people I follow back, because I think I don't actually follow much on Twitter because I just, I don't have time really.
Right.
But he had texted, hey, does anybody have any ideas, good vacation ideas for Mexico? I want to take my girlfriend to Mexico for her birthday. And so I tweeted back, I'm like, come stay at my place. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, come stay at my place. And
you weren't protected by Jesus, I'd be very worried about you.
I don't care, man. Yeah, I ain't afraid to die. So to die is gain, man. That's what Paul said.
I said if you weren't,
yeah, no doubt,
I'd be very worried about you.
So we start having this, conversation. Well, he's coming down too, him and his girlfriend, and it turns out that he's a certified diver.
Nice.
And he hasn't dove for a while, but I'm like, because that's basically what we're doing. Me and the guys, yeah. Whoever, we're diving, and the ladies, they can do whatever they want, and that's really cool. So then I forgot that I had told Oscar about this. And so Oscar hit me up today. He's like, hey, when's the dive trip? And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to tell you. So he's coming too.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm not gonna get staff this time.
Yeah.
I figured let's just, because I want to go out to eat.
Right.
There's so many places to go out to eat. I don't want to have somebody cook for me all the time.
Right.
I mean, they still do that when you go out to eat, but at least I feel like I'm paying a fair price for it.
Right.
Yeah, Secure 360. I forgot that I was doing that until.
When's that?
Yesterday or something. Tuesday, I think.
It's on next Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Yep.
Here? Virtual?
No, here.
Okay.
I
should come down and heckle.
Yeah, you should. The casino place. Mistake Lake. Mistake Lake.
Mistake Lake, yeah. I like going there. I lie. I hate going there.
And then I forgot what I was talking about. And then I did find that too. I think I should look it up.
All right. It will be, are you just talking, or are you keynoting, or what?
No, I'm not keynoting. I don't want to keynote.
10th and 11th of May.
Yeah. No fucking way. I don't want to keynote.
I hope you're talking on the 10th.
But you would hope so.
I hope so.
I would hope so.
I hope so. I deeply hope it's the 10th. I gotta look.
The 10th.
Okay,
10th.
yay. Good.
My topic is what am I talking about? Where is it?
Learn more.
These other people have better ones. I would rather talk about some of their shit. Mine's how to secure complex environments. But I'd rather do some of these other ones.
Call an audible.
Should I just like?
I've done it.
Oh,
I've done it.
I looked at. I missed up on the schedule. I'm actually doing the topic that the guy next door is doing, but whatever, we'll do it at the same time.
Or call an audible.
I have done an audible before too. I did an audible on a keynote. I was on my way driving there to give the talk, and I changed my mind about what I wanted to talk about. So I stopped at a Caribou I'm like, okay, let's fucking create a new deck. So I sat down. I had like no time. So I'm just whipping together a whole bunch of things. And some dude walks in and goes, "Are you Evan?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, I blah, 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 something or other." And I was like, "Okay. Call me or something. But I got to get my deck done." Yeah, that one sucked.
All right, let's see. I'm looking. Where are you at?
I'm talking in Waconia. 1, 2. Oh, Tim Crothers is there. I know Tim Crothers. Tim Crothers is now over at CrowdStrike, I think.
Uh-huh.
He was at Target.
Laconia 1.
What's adopting the zero trust framework? I want to sit in that one. Who's James Ringgold? I don't know who some of these people are. Ryan Hallback, I know him. Where do I know him from?
I am Joe's executive order. Okay. See something at all.
Wolfgang Gerlich. He's a
Yeah, I saw that. He's between the chair and the keyboard. That seems like an interesting that's my topical area that I like
of expertise.
Squishy humans.
Oui.
To their credit, I don't see too many outrageous session titles.
No, I think they've always done a good job. Secure 360. It was the original founders of Secure 360 were really good. Kelly Archer's, he passed away, sadly. But Rick Eisenbach, I know him fairly well. Really good dude. I don't know where he works now. With Woodfleet, I think, maybe.
I like this one. What XDR is and isn't. Let's at least, that's good. Didn't say it was magical.
And the CISO panel.
Oh.
Judy Hatchett's really good. Oh, Patrick Joyce is on. Okay, fuck, that's cool.
Oh, is Pat talking? I've never seen Pat talk. I'd love to see Pat talk.
He's on the CISO panel. That'll be on. So it's before I talk. I'll have to go early. I'd love to sit on that. Oh shit! That reminds me. He referred somebody to me, and I totally dropped the ball. Sorry, Pat.
Oops.
Who the fuck was it?
There he is.
Drew.
So what date is it?
Dan. What's his name? Dan.
Cloud. What? Okay.
So
everybody, we're geeking out here. All right, cool.
Look at this game.
You got the what, where, when, and what happened?
Yeah. No, it's okay. So I got to put a deck together for that. That'll be good.
We got to make sure that Kevin's got a contingency plan. Me, you, and Jared are all getting on an airplane together.
Are we on the same plane?
Yeah.
No shit. You're Delta going down?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're all flying on the same flight. Although as we grow, that won't happen as often.
Well, I've become less and less important. So
I understand, but
I don't want anybody to suffer if I die.
Well, everybody that loves you is going to suffer a little.
Well, you can look at pictures and the videos.
I will, and I'll sniffle.
Yeah.
I've got some good ones. I'm going to take some more with you two fellers.
So 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
Wednesday. That's you too. Okay. Do you want me to? Well, no.
Wednesday.
I was gonna say.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wednesday the 11th.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
And I was gonna say I could swing by and pick you up, but I come back before you. I come back on Friday because Saturday I'm heading down to Mexico. Yeah, it's called Mexico. Heading back there.
Well, I come back Friday as well because Sunday I'm heading down to Austin.
Are you coming back at 3:58 p.m.?
I'll double check, but I maybe. Here's what I know. I'm going to flip everywhere and head to a different state.
Because if you are, I'll just pick you up because you're on the way from me.
I will tell. I really don't think we should be sharing our travel plans on the internet, but
I don't give
bad
two fucks.
security. That's bad. Shame on us both. Bad security.
Go ahead. Do what you're gonna do. Russian people.
Yeah, no shit.
Poison my shit.
Tony goes, I just want you to know, since I started working for you guys, I've never gotten so many Russian bot stuff. Jared came to me shortly thereafter. He's like, dude, the text messages You and Evan and Russian bots and coming home on the 13th on the 358. So what was your deal? You said you're coming home on the 13th or the 12th?
No, I'm coming on the 13th, 358.
Okay, yeah. So we're on the same flights.
So I'm gonna pick you up.
You can pick me up.
I'll pick you up.
So I'll have Jared leave his car here because you're picking up me and him and the booth or wait, no, there's no booth on this trip. Thank God. Okay, but me and him for sure. And we'll make this the rally point.
Is he coming back on Friday too?
He has, unless he chooses to stay, he has the same flights that we do.
Oh, well, I don't like
unless he modified something after the fact.
I just like you.
Well,
okay, no, I'm kidding.
You know what we do? You know what we do?
I like him too. What?
He helped close a really important deal for us, so we can just put him on a plane to go wherever the hell he would like.
Well, he didn't. It wasn't that big of a deal. Let's close some bigger deals first.
We'll get there.
Hey, you can upgrade to Comfort Plus right now for $74.18.
I'm doing the gamble because I've got enough flight status that I get upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
First class is still wide open.
Yeah, and if you wanted to pay for it, it's $267.68.
I know, but I do and I don't.
24,900 miles.
I pick and choose. Occasionally, I will upgrade either mile or buy if I use the litmus test of what does my body feel like and how much travel have I had before this and how tired am I and et cetera, et cetera. And if I feel like total shit, I generally get a seat upgrade because then I feel a little less like total shit. But my new roller bag backpack, I think I'm going to be in love with this thing. This last trip, I was hauling ass all across conference centers with it. I was, airport, all that. Normally at the end of this, I would have been just straight wrecked, gotten off the plane, home, and gone straight to the masseuse. This time, not so bad. A little bit of stretching, and I was that was a very wise choice on my part.
All right, so Daniel has Daniel asked any breakout sessions recommendations. Yeah, sure. That sucks that they're both at the same time. Michelle Killian used to work for FR Secure, so that's success of a successful bug bounty program.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle's like amazing, but it's at the same time as the CISO panel. I'd go to the CISO panel. You've got JD Hansen, who's the CISO for the fuck's that place? They used to do backup software. Now they do some kind of internal something rather in Minneapolis here.
Yeah.
Cool. No. They had the backup program. Shit, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, JD Hansen, she's the CISO there. She's really good. Judy Hatchett was the CISO at Fairview, maybe, but now she's the CISO at, I think, Express Scripts. She's really good. And then Patrick Joyce is
Code 42.
There you go. That's
where JD's at now.
Yeah. So that CISO panel, I would definitely go to that CISO panel. The rest of them, yeah, they're good, but you can't. That CISO panel would be awesome. So that's what I would do that first morning. The other talks.
Which ones would I go to? I would go to Wolfgang's myself. I would definitely go to Wolfgang's.
In the morning one?
Yep. So I do the at the exact same time.
People are a big fan of Wolfgang. I'm not a big fan. He's got too big of an ego for me.
I don't care about that. I want to hear what his version of the take on the human piece of this is. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, so you can heckle him. You'd be like, that's wrong, bro. You're not even close to being right.
No,
you're not even close.
That's not it.
Seriously.
Although I will say I am quite humbled. I know I'm not the only one that thinks that way, but the louder I yell about these things, the more I start to see things that look a lot like the things I yell about, and it gets me a little tickle. And I smile and I say, I did good. This iOS one has me intrigued. I'm not quite sure what that means, because that may be like a Sigma 6 kind of approach to something, or what is the internal operating system? So that one would have me intrigued out of that track.
The 115 on Tuesday.
Obviously, I'm going to the how to secure complex environments talk. I mean,
Skip
why
that
would I be
shit.
in any other room?
Hell no. No.
Are you kidding?
Lame.
I like when you talk. I always learn something when you talk, man.
That dude.
Sometimes it's shit I didn't want to know,
shit.
but I always learn stuff when you talk.
Yeah, that dude don't know shit. Gosh, the 115 on the first day. I would kind of like to hear Elizabeth Lurkham talk about the FBI crime scene collection. I think that might be interesting.
That would be interesting. You said that was the what? 115?
Yeah, 115 Breakout in Isanti. And it's basic, so be interesting to see.
How to play with luminol. I am so in that one. Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying.
That would be awesome. Although if you luminol the keyboard,
right,
I think it would glow in the dark for sure. But I like that. I like that would be a fun one. Well, that's which day is that?
That's first day.
Monday.
I'm still on first day.
Yeah, I'm so going to that one.
The 245. I don't know. None of those really. I guess if for an analyst, maybe the defending against advanced threats from Tim Crothers would be a good one to sit through. He's got some good perspective.
I'd like to hear what Lauren has to say. A non-techie thriving in a cybersecurity world.
There you go.
That would definitely pique my interest in that track.
Actually, the 2022 threat landscape, an overview and strategic considerations based on real attacks.
Also quite good, I would think.
I would like to hear what that's about.
Yeah.
Then the late one, 415 to 515.
I love the title. All speed, no security.
Mm-hmm. You got that XDR one that you were talking about, what it is and what it isn't. Maybe that
was looking closer though, I would say the geek in me loves the data-driven story on vulnerabilities.
How about fast and furious attacks using AI to surgically respond?
I would throw a smoke bomb and a fart bomb.
I know. That would be, yeah. I'd be the guy sitting in front, and they'd be like, it probably is, but you better fucking back that one up, man.
I feel like marketing wrote that title. Actually, the one that would intrigue me the most here would be the managing stress and building resilience using the 7 levels of effectiveness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll find out. No, I mean, you probably do conferences like me. There's sessions that I think I want to go to, and then I go into them, and real quick, I figure out if I'm staying in that room or shifting to a different one.
Well, I don't usually stay for the conference. You know what I mean? I like to get in and get out just because I don't.
I know.
I'm an introvert, so I don't.
I know. And
like
people, so people have started coming to me and going, "Hey, do you think we could get Ev to do some stuff? Do you think, would he be open to this?" I'm like, y'all, I know y'all know how to get a hold of him directly. But they come to me and they say, "Hey, I don't know, maybe. How many people and how fast can they come and go?"
Yeah.
Actually, my direct quote is, Evan loves everyone, one person at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, man. So the second day, 9:45, just by name, I really like Mark Lanterman. He's a fantastic guy. He's done some really, really cool forensics work for the state of Minnesota and the FBI and others. I don't even know what the hell the titles are, but I would go to that one because I like Mark a lot. So that's why I do the second day. What else? Think like a jazz musician. 11:15 on the second day. I'd go to that just because what the fuck does that mean? I like it, I think.
You like it, you think?
Oh shit, no, John Herman's giving a talk. Son of a bitch. 1:15.
Oh, on Tuesday?
1:15 on Tuesday.
Oh man.
No. Wednesday. So we won't be there.
I can't
be flying.
there.
But I would go to
but I
that
want to
because
be.
John is a fantastic speaker.
I will be there in spirit.
And I love him. I mean, he's just an amazing dude, man. He's the
I'm excited.
president
I
of
get to talk to him
FRCK.
tomorrow.
Yeah. 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 He told me about your, we talk whenever, and he told me about your 360 review, which I
Yeah.
thought such a fantastic, I mean, the fact that you expose yourself like that is a sign of really good leadership. So I loved it.
Thank you.
Well, he told me, he's like, I'm not answering this. I'll tell him face to face. And I'm like, well, he'll appreciate that too. You know,
Even better.
So,
Even
yeah.
better, because I know he gives authentic feedback. It's some people just aren't comfortable being as candid as they would if they knew it's true anonymity, right? And that was really important to me. I'm like, under no circumstance, well, Mr. Kevin decides to put directly in, I don't care about all that. This is Kevin, and this is what I think. And I respected him greatly for that.
It's cool.
But I like the anonymity aspect too, because then I don't know at what levels those ideas, those thoughts and opinions are coming. And so it helps me have a more rounded view. What I love, and I'm going to do a post about this after I finish kind of structuring the actions that come out of it, because it wasn't just a do this and then I look at it and nothing happens. It's very much an analysis and a reflection. I achieved out of it exactly what I hoped to, which was a barometer of trend, pattern, consistency. Is there a common theme that echoes throughout, both on the positive front, but also on the improvement front? And absolutely, that was true. Not quite universal, but very close, very close. And the best part was, these were things that I had identified in self-reflection, and this was part of my checking that reflection against perception. So it was awesome. I'm going to do them again. I'm going to do them maybe quarterly. The staff will be doing them as we grow. Like, candor is very important to me, and feedback loops that are non-punitive are important to me.
Just
you know what I'm saying, man? Do you hear me?
Just tell me the fucking truth. Just tell me the fucking truth. Is that so fucking hard?
Yeah, for a lot of people it is, but there's also a difference between sugared truth and true candor. The difference between, I think maybe this might be a thing versus no, like seriously, that pisses me off. Like,
no,
both answers are true. One's just a little softer and less direct, and I love direct communication.
Yeah, I agree. That's another thing I got this week. I got the CVCISO
exam, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, I got to finish that, don't I? Yeah. Okay. Yep, I'll do that. No, but the next class is starting June 14th, and got it all set up and ready to go. It's going to be
awesome.
Fun. One of the things I was a little bit, I don't, me, man, I don't like charging people for anything. If I could do everything I do for free and still eat, I would totally do it. But so, the class is $3,000. And so to me, that's like, fuck, that's a lot of money. And so I asked a whole bunch of friends, I'm like, what do you think?
Okay.
Give me just your honest opinion, and the average consensus was $5,000.
Was $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So
that's why it's free.
Yeah. So that made me feel better because, and I don't know, I'm not really.
But remember, we didn't let you set the price for a reason.
Well, I'm not telling Kevin either, but I created a coupon code, 100% off, and I gave it to a couple of people.
Let me track that, but yes, please, thank you.
Yeah, 100% off.
Come on. I just gave a teeny tiny little district who had capability, literally no money. Their entire IT budget for the year, $30,000.
Right.
I said, please, just if you would be so kind as to take this and use it wisely. it's just the right thing to do. And honestly, if you're trying to worry about making your money off of that, God bless you. You are looking at the wrong things.
Well, I like Thinkific, so it's a great place to build a course, because I've never built a course before. Like, actually, I mean, I built them, but not like
Not
like online. Well, I built them from scratch too, but not like online and like official and like certification and all that shit. And so, so we're using this LMS, and I really like it because like I took all the content. So the content, holy fuck, was there a lot of content, right? It's crazy. So, but I was able to just copy it, make modifications, put this one into whatever mode, and create coupon codes. And I can create how many coupon codes I want. So once it's been used, 3 times, it's no more. And so I can give those 100% coupon codes. And the reason why I'm giving them out is because these are people that I know don't have the money. I know that they're not going to get the money. And this could honestly be life-changing for them. And I'm not going to fucking sit here and say, well, it's $5,000 and $3,000 and sorry, that's bullshit. So,
and so we are going to formalize your process.
Good.
And we will make it very easy for you to issue whatever codes you want.
And then
it'll make it easy for us to control that. Huh?
And then you'll remove my access.
No,
like you got to go through the proper process. Yeah,
no,
that's cool.
No. Absolutely not. Mission before money.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't track any investments we make that way. And frankly, I want to, so we can be proud of the fact that more often than not, we are giving more away than we're making. And that's not hype. That's not marketing spiel. That is the God honest truth. And at some point, I'm going to start reporting out on it, not to be braggadocious, but to show that you can do this. You can grow a business. You can be successful. Do the right thing. Treat people the right way. Be generous. Be kind. Help people up their game.
Right.
And not tell fairy tales to do it. Not make false promises or come up with action figures holding nebulous clouds of ransom.
Robots.
Ransomware.
We need more robots.
All the ransom.
Well, we had 10,358 students in the CISP mentor program this year. And I wanted to give kudos to you and to Ron and to Christoph, because you guys are kicking ass on it. And last night it was a lot of fun just kind of hanging out with you and Ron. And Ron's got such a teacher's heart, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, he does. That dude is awesome.
He's got like this good attitude too. He's like, yeah, let me show you this. And I'm like, because you'll see, because the first class I'm teaching, well, I taught the first one, but that wasn't really teaching. And then Monday, and you see the contrast, and I'm like, yeah, and this is this, and this thing that ISC squared tells you about, fuck that shit. But you got to memorize it for the damn test, but then get rid of it. Where Ron's like, well, let me show you practically how that would fit. And I mean, wow, he's good.
He is really good. And it's been fun being his wingman, I think
I love that guy. I love him.
And what's fascinating is that like both him and Christoph, they interact with groups of people all the time, right? And they're constantly engaging folks and presenting and doing things. But the numbers tend not to be, some nights we're hitting 1,500, live. And then the watch rates, because I've been looking at the stats and stuff, we're averaging active participation in the class on any given night. We're looking at between 12 and 1,500 throughout the course of the day. You get those folks that join late, folks that look at it kind of the next day. I haven't really looked at the trends deeper past, kind of that first 48-hour window. But we're hitting, a lot of steady unique. And the guys both, when they first did their very first episode there, we talked offline a little bit, and it was the like, there's so many people watching. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got over that a long time ago. Not because there were so many people watching, but because I had to get comfortable talking to a void.
Yeah, that takes some getting used to.
I had to hone that skill, dude. That was hard. The first couple months of the pandemic, when I was like trying to do all my physical stuff went virtual, and I'm trying to present. And you don't know if the jokes are working. You don't know if people are actually engaged. You're just, blobbing on while they're busy watching YouTube.
Yeah, how many people were in the first one? Because usually there's 9,345 in that first one. And that was the one that I gave, and I probably scared half of them off, I'm guessing.
I don't know if that's true.
No, probably, because I don't know. They're like, who's the hairy fucker who can't put a sentence together?
I don't think that's the case, my friend.
Yeah. And I think I was in Mexico too. So the bandwidth, it's funny. Shit. I got to check with Marlis. I got to find out.
Got put in yet?
No, I know it hasn't gotten put in because I'm monitoring that. But when, I'm really itching. I mean, we're going to have to start doing some extreme shit pretty soon because how many more trips am I going to go down there where I'm going to have to deal with this? I'm going to have to start stealing neighbors and figure out a way to round robin my traffic or something.
Buddy, get an SDR kit and point at that damn dish that you could throw and hit with a rock.
Well, but I gotta get line of sight, man.
You have it
on that microwave.
Both of them go to the roof. Absolutely line of sight on that. Yep.
Okay.
And remember, Evan, you can always use a laser and bounce it off a mirror and adjust your angle of sight.
Yeah, that's true.
That's something I haven't done a lot with
and Elon's got to launch some more fucking satellites too. I'm waiting for that.
Or you could just reroute the ones that are up there. Also, get an SDR USB. Plug it in.
It's going to take me longer to do that than it is for him to get the satellite in position for me.
I wish that was a true statement. I truly do.
No, the Starlink satellites are hard to hit. You can get those?
To pick them up?
No, to redirect them.
Oh, I don't know yet. Wouldn't tell you if I did. What I can tell you is it's a piece of tech made by a person.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's going to take me longer to do it.
Oh, to actually get into it? Yeah, maybe. But they said that about Teslas.
Yeah, but this isn't a Tesla.
Well, see, if Chris was here, he could put up the spreadsheet where he's already taken control of them.
No, I don't think. All right, I'll challenge him. I want to see him give me a Starlink satellite.
We already got letters from NASA. Let's not get some from SpaceX.
Well, it's up to him on whether he wants to take me up on the challenge. Well, and any, anything with physical, if I have physical access.
Oh yeah, it's over.
I sat in on a Black Hat talk, and they were talking about how to, what intrigued me about this talk was, how we hack, chip and pin. I was like, oh, I want to go to this. So I sat in the front row with me and John Herman because we were there together. And this is maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And
talk. I wasn't here, but I think I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, and he was going, well, maybe you saw me like, what the fuck? This isn't like, how did you get this talk approved? Because it's like you just.
It is that one.
Yeah, you just took apart if you have physical access, yeah,
right.
Great. Anyway, I don't like those. I don't go to Black Hat anymore.
Well, it did get a little not what it was, and Gurkhan's awesome though.
Gurkhan is awesome.
Love Gurkhan.
I didn't go to any of the talks. Next time I'll try to make it to those. I just stopped in for the thing and left.
There were good talks. There were some good sessions. I'd like to present next year. I talked to the organizers about that. I want to do my little analog human digital life. Okay, techies, sit down. Let me help you help them.
You remember like yesterday, Ron was like, hey, you know what day today is? And I was like, don't fucking say it. And he's like, okay, sorry. I was like, no, don't. One more person says happy, may the 4th be with you. No.
Well, how do you feel about Pi
Day?
Day? Because I got some gifts I'm loaded up to send you.
I don't.
You don't participate in the geekdom?
I don't know, man. Maybe. But I just heard it so many times yesterday. It was like, happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. And I was like, all right, I don't like it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore. And by the time it was like, it was like 6:30 when we were talking with Ron, and then he was going to say it again. I was like, no, I don't want it anymore. I've had too much medicine today.
I know how those days go.
May the 4th.
Not bad though. Okay, so last class.
Today's Cinco de Mayo.
Well, you know what it is May the 4th be with you for Cinco de Mayo because of the revenge of the 6th.
Yeah.
Mind blown. Not bad though. Last class, and that one usually kills people and it is, the drop rate is always consistent because the content gets heavier as you go. Domain 3 is usually a pretty big ass kicker. We had 2,000 on that one, and then 4 we had 1,400. Not bad.
Is 4 network?
Domain 4 is networks and communication and network security.
That's my favorite one. I could teach that one without the book. I love that one.
Except it's really just encryption.
No, I like encryption too, I guess.
I forget where they actually cover proper network security. This new book, I
know. And I feel bad. I feel bad because it's Christoph's friend who wrote it.
No, I don't think that's it. It's based on the CBK. It's following the CBK. It's the CBK that got reordered. Although did they really make it so fucking disjointed and back and forth? When they reorganized the stuff, yeah. I don't have the official hard copy on hand, but I've seen, snippets of the CBK, and it's a mess because they resorted the order and the priority and importance in an effort to teach it more risk and risk thinking, which, if you noticed, is the theme now. It's the way
if only we would have fucking started that at the beginning the right way.
Well, you hadn't run the mentor program for enough years to have people show up and pay attention and then copy paste. I will say the book and the CBK definitely feel like people paid attention to some things that got said, and perhaps I'd had a few conversations with some of those people and pointed them to some resources.
Good. Just do the shit right, man.
One of the contributors is a friend, and I was talking to her, and she's like, hey, I'm all excited about this. I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome. Can you do me a favor? Can you get rid of some of the useless shit that's in there that it's cool, but are you guys teaching history and theory or practical application?
Well, when you're talking about, a base fundamental foundational certification like the CISSP, anything that's outside of that is wasted time, wasted effort, more complexity. It overwhelms people. You hear it over and over and over again. It's like drinking from a fire hose. Well, then focus on the shit that fucking matters. If you're going to be making practitioners, ones that are going to go out on the streets and lead security programs, lead security strategy, do all this other shit, then stop fucking around. Do that. I was going to show you the book outline. So I got to, the CIS, whatever the fuck I'm doing.
Textbook?
CDC, so
Show that to me in Orlando.
Yeah, so I got the textbook outline all squared away, and
I like it.
I'm debating on whether I want to self-publish this or go to Wiley. Probably Wiley. I don't know. Fuck. I don't care.
If it's going to be a textbook, let's run it through those channels. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, because basically when you take the CVCSO program, right, if you put it into 2 parts, part 1 is education, part 2 is practical, right? Part 1 is really, I mean, CISSP content without all the stupid shit, and like a little bit more, Evans shit, I guess. But that's really, and so I'm thinking on, when you go through the certification for the CVC, so if you have a CISSP, we'll make that first part probably optional. You still have to take the exam, which will have a whole bunch of part 1 shit in it.
Right.
But you don't have to go through the course, because the course is not optional, because there's shit in here that you've never seen before, you've never heard of before, that you really need to know.
Well, and it is. I mean, and as you constantly remind us, the foundations, the fundamentals, the basic stuff, the block and tackling, call it whatever the hell you want, but I call it the shit you need to do to get to the start line. You woke up naked, it's cold outside, you're not ready for this. Here's a few things you need to do to get your ass dressed. I live in Minnesota, and if you go outside naked in January, you're going to die. And that's the internet. The internet is you naked in January in Minnesota. You're going to die. Put some damn clothes on that's appropriate to be outside. And then you can worry about the 14-foot snow pile that is currently keeping your front door shut and figure out how you're going to dig your way out.
It's funny you mentioned clothes, because I was thinking about this morning, and I almost tweeted something. I think clothes are very restricting. They restrict my ability to work.
Okay. Interesting you say that. I find that depending on the outfit I have on changes the way in which I engage the work.
All right. I'll buy that.
And I'm always in high work mode if my bits are restricted and uncomfortable.
Your binary bits down there.
My binary bits.
Your binaries.
Yep.
I'm gonna start calling that. I'm gonna start calling them that. Binaries. I'm gonna go later. I'll talk to Marlis about that. My binaries itch. She'll be like, "Your what?" My binaries. It's like, all right, she always does the same thing. She just does the, she's used to it.
Yeah. Mine's pretty good at the, she just goes, no. Keeps moving. No. I'll crack a joke that's not funny. No.
Well, yeah, it was, you stepped away when me, you and Chris were talking last week, before the shit show. We were just kind of catching up, and she stepped in while you stepped away. Yeah, she kind of alluded to that, like, yeah.
No, she's good for me. She would be a great admin, but I don't want to cross those 2 lines.
See, and I did do that with Marlis, but then she realized that she's gonna suck at it, so she quit.
Oh no, Amy would be great at it, but the problem is I already have a very fluid relationship with work, and work and life and personal time are all kind of interwoven, and I pick and choose how best to apply my hours for maximum benefit for all outcomes I'm trying to achieve. And
it sounded very scientific.
Oh, it's a little bit. I mean, just because I speak human, I'm still actually like engineering kind of guy, right? Like it's just that guy never got any fun time at the party. So
yeah.
Would you like to talk about superposition of quantum photon particles and how they transmit through fiber optics to morph in their encryption so they cannot be men in the middle? No, very few people want to talk about that.
Yeah, I got invited to all the parties because people could point at me and say, at least I'm not that bad,
there's that.
I always made people feel good because they'd be like, oh, I really feel like partying. Who the fuck are we going to bring? Well, bring Evan. All right. And then I quit drinking. I don't have any of those friends anymore.
That's probably a good thing. I was just talking to a friend of mine about that. He goes, I'm getting rid of Facebook. He goes, it took me years to get here, but it finally dawned on me. I left people in the past for a reason.
That's really, really important for people to realize. I told I quit for like chapters. I'm a chapter guy in my life.
Yep.
So you had, your adolescent chapter, and you had, because a lot of people don't realize a lot of the shit that, I like, take my own life, for instance. A lot of people don't realize that, Division I scholarship, swimmer and state champion. I mean, all that shit, that chapter is done. I moved on to the next chapter. And like high school, right? I don't have any high school friends anymore because that chapter is done, right? Why would I hang out with those? We did a whole bunch of juvenile bullshit.
Right.
Got arrested too many fucking times. I mean, why would I want to hang out with that anymore?
What?
And sit around and reminisce. Remember that one time we.
Yep. And that wears off after a while. I'll tell you, the thing I'm dealing with right now is the review of relationships, because there's the pre-pandemic and post-pandemic person. And some of the post-pandemic people aren't people that I want to have anything to do with. And I would say to a certain degree, I also went through a bit of an evolution. I don't think anybody came out the other side of this thing the same way they went into it. And not just because of the time elapsed, but because of just the way that whole thing played out is still kind of playing out or whatever. And the division, and I'm in camp 1, I'm in camp 2. And there used to be like lots of camps and different camps. And we all agreed that while I might not agree with your camp, we can all camp in the same general area and not burn each other's tents down. And that seemed to kind of go away. And so now it's just like,
right.
All right, well, maybe that's not a person I'm hanging with these days, but
right.
I think that's good to do. I think, it's like I say, there's who I was, who I am, and who I'm trying to be. And I keep a laser focus on that last guy, because that last guy is a fucking rock star. That last guy is super awesome. He's so great. That's where I want to keep my laser pointed. You know what I mean? Like, so if it isn't moving me that way, and it's not helpful to grow and move someone else the way they, like I can be additive or something like that, it's probably not worth my time.
Right. No, I agree, man. And I'm going on to another chapter really soon. And it's funny because it's like, it's happening in front of me. Like I'm getting rid of my motorcycle, hopefully after Sturgis, I would like to do that rally on this bike still. And then
that's up to you. That's a timing thing on your part. If you need a place to store it, bring it here.
Well, I think Sturgis is usually second week in August, and we'll probably close on this house. We're going to make it contingent. We'll probably close end of August. I told Marlis that I would rather do what's that word? Power of attorney. Because I don't want to fucking be here. I don't give a shit, just sign all the shit. I don't want to spend hours, sign this, sign that, sign this, sign that. Just somebody else do it. So yeah, Sturgis second week in August, and then I'll probably put it on the market. It'll sell quick because used bikes are going crazy right now. Because I bought this bike, the whole story about buying this bike, man.
Right.
I crashed the other one. I'm like, well, fuck, how am I going to get home? I'm like, well, I'll just buy another one and whatever. And so I bought this one zero down. I was just like, I don't have any cash on me right now. Just give me a fucking bike. And so I bought it zero down. And I figured if I broke even on this bike, I'd probably be happy, when I sell it. And I just looked up Blue Book, and bikes are selling even above Blue Book right now. I'd come out $6,000 ahead. And I'm like,
so
what the fuck?
Wait till you go to sell your house. The whole new game with houses is why me and Amy are like, all right, we're just gonna chill for a second to see what the hell happens. So my house is worth way more in equity than I paid for it. It's definitely worth what I paid for it and a little bit more. But the prices are insane. And I just talked to somebody, the house was 700 grand and it went for 8, and 700 was already their like upper, like I think the asking was like 6 flipped to 7 like that. And then they bumped it up because so many people were going over in that range. It bumped it up and then it ultimately closed for 8, $100,000 over. And I'm telling you, that house wasn't worth 4.5.
Well, yeah, we had our realtor come out. I don't know, it was someday this weekend. And she said, we did our analysis thing, whatever. And, this is what we're, this is what I would suggest we put on the market for. I'm like, who the fuck's going to buy for that? She goes, well, here's the comparables and all this other shit. I'm like, who the fuck is buying this shit?
I'm telling you, dude, it's insanity.
And my house was built in 1872, right? So people like the whole character or whatever thing. And I live on Main Street of a small town, so that people just eat that shit up. And she goes, and somehow the discussion of an inspection came up, and the realtor said nobody is buying houses with an inspection. I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't I get an inspection on something I'm going to pay that kind of money for? And she said, well, because there's always multiple offers right now. And if you have an inspection on yours and the other one doesn't, the seller is going to take the one that doesn't. So nobody's even doing it. I'm like, this is fucking insane. I'm like, what a great time for me to sell though. Shit.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. Let's go.
Yep. And we're gonna hunker down for a little bit and see what happens, because it's and really the only reason we would move is either a weather change or a configuration change that remodeling would just is not practical, right? To rechange the layout the way we want.
Come over with me.
5 times what I'm at now for less square feet, but a different layout. No, I'm good.
Right. Right.
I can make do with what I've been blessed with and be content. Thank you.
Yeah, it's crazy. So that,
and frankly, I'm not here enough right now to give a shit. So
yeah, there's that. Well, in the so that the chapter thing, like the next chapter is I won't be a biker anymore. I mean, in my heart, I'll always be a biker because you can never get rid of that, man. There's nothing better for me.
You're not going to be a Harley biker on North American roads. I seriously doubt you're in Mexico for more than 2 weeks after you're actually there, that you don't have one of those little jet fueled.
All right. So if Marlis is watching this, I didn't say that. And I don't think it'll ever happen, baby.
Marlis, I love you. When I come down, I'm buying and storing a motorcycle. And I have to leave the keys there in case you ever need to move it. I'm very sorry in advance. I love you very much.
Dude, I can buy 20 of those bikes. For 20 of those bikes.
For less than you're going to sell your bike for.
It's crazy, man. I can crash these things all day long. It's going to be awesome.
Let's not say we did. Crashing there is a little bit different than here. And you don't have deer to worry about. You got Jaguars.
Jaguars are right. Dude, I've crashed every bike almost I've owned. I've had over the years, because before I was a Harley rider, I was a crotch rocket rider, right? My favorite bike actually of all time, believe it or not, is the CBR 600 F2 Honda. Light as hell, nimble as hell. I'm too fat for it now, but man, you could throw that bike around. I loved it. I crashed it 6 or 7 times, and then they wouldn't insure me anymore. So that put a stop to riding for a little bit, and then I got myself a 900 RR, which was about just maybe 20 pounds heavier than the 600 RR or 600 FR2, whatever. And holy shit, that was fun. And I crashed that too.
This is why I don't ride crotch rockets. I know how I drive a car. And that's got airbags and seatbelts and you know, crunch zones and shit. I like go fast. I'd kill myself on a bike.
Well, the thing is like crotch rockets, I can never understand. I still to this day believe crotch rockets are built to push. I mean, you push them hard. They're super high performance. They're nimble as shit. You got the rubber going all the way up the sides of the tires. You can't tell me, why would you put the rubber there if I'm not supposed to use it? So I'm supposed to lean into these corners. I'm supposed to be dragging knees.
In all
my pegs are supposed to be
fairness,
scraping.
in all fairness, that's a track bike that they put a headlight, a brake light, and turn signals on and called it street legal. That thing's a track bike. And on the track, hell yes. But no, you should not be taking the exit ramp on 394 on a crotch rocket with a freaking steel knee pad sparking it out as you go.
No, it was never the steel knee pad. It's always, you know, when you hit the peg, because when you hit the peg, when it first hits, it's like you get a little squirrely. You're like, oh fuck. And then you'll never forget your heart skips a beat when you're doing that, because if you hit it, if you're going too hard, you're sliding right out. You know, you're gonna crash. And I never really crashed that way. I ran into the back of a school bus. I ran into the back of a flatbed. Yeah, I don't, it's just a long story, man. I was doing I was
there, like, what's going on? Bang.
Actually, the one when I ran into the back of the flatbed, yes, there were some ladies, some girls, some chicks, and I was showing off, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, oh fuck, bam. And I was still standing up. I went boom, and and I'm still standing. I'm like, oh fuck. So I, move it back. The guy gets out of the truck. He's nothing wrong with his truck. He's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, my bike's just fucked. Still rode it home like this, going straight like that.
I did that with a BMX bike back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Work.
Well, that's where all this really started. My neighbor, growing up, had his dad was like the chief mechanic for Lupient Oldsmobile. You know where that is, right? Over in Golden Valley.
Sure do.
And so his dad was like super skilled, could fix fucking anything. And so his dad made a whole bunch of side money by buying things, in the Sunday ads. You didn't have Craigslist then or anything.
Right.
He would spend his whole Sunday going through the ads, finding things that people were selling that needed to be fixed. And he would go and buy them, fix them up, ride them for a while. His kids, me, being the neighbor, we would ride them for a while, and then he would sell them. So we had Honda Odysseys. You ever in the Honda? Oh my God, I love that. I almost bought one.
Little mini bikes and shit.
Well, the Odyssey was a 4-wheeler with a roll cage, and you had thumb.
Oh yeah.
The steering wheel was like a butterfly, and you had thumb controls. Snappy. It was a 2-stroke motor, just fun as hell. And I crashed those too. I got stuck one time out in the field. I flipped it over, and they had the 3-point harness, and and it's tension. So once you have tension on the harness, you can't undo it. And so I flipped it over, and I'm hanging upside down, and I can't get out of the fucking. And I was there for like 30 minutes before somebody's like, where the fuck's Evan? And then they went out and looked for me, and I'm just like, hey guys, my face is like,
swolled up from all the blood and stuff.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Well, I don't think Mr. Roberts is gonna make it tonight. And
so we don't get to talk about math.
Up against the hour, so
yeah, we don't get to talk about math. No, I love math, by the way.
I know, and we'll get into it. We're gonna push that out. I'll just shift schedule. You guys will see some updates. I'll shift schedule down. And,
who wrote that? Who wrote the description? Was that me?
Yeah, you wrote that.
I wrote the angle of the sun in Asunción, Paraguay at 11:42 a.m.
You what now? Where?
Oh, that's fucked up. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote that. I wrote that description. Don't overthink this, human. Just take my word for it. Math is beautiful. Math is your friend.
I take whatever is in the spreadsheet and I put it in the description.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote that. I mean, it sounds like all poetic and shit, kind of.
It always does. you know, and you never know. Maybe it's something that you're going to think about later.
So speaking of math, just real quick, computers only do what you tell them to do, right? We've said that a billion times. And
Correct.
computers work on math. Computers understand math. Your algorithms understand math. Everything's logic. Math is logic. Logic is math. I mean, it's like, fuck, they're like beautiful together. And I think the more you understand math, the more you can think critically, the more you make better decisions, the more you can see point A, point B, how you got there. A lot of times it's not just some mysterious, you know, pixie dust math, you know, or magic shit. There's cause and effect in a lot of this shit. And I wish more people today could think critically. You see people make these decisions that they make all over the place. And it's like, where's the logic?
They didn't learn that in school, Evan. They learned Common Core math. The math you and I learned. That's why you've heard me. I've been on a bit of a bandwagon about this lately. The world that we come from doesn't exist anymore, and the new one's not being built yet, and we're in this weird in-between place, and the new world doesn't work like the old world. They changed math. I've talked to educators who are absolutely convinced, are absolutely convinced there's active attempts to take critical thinking out of education. It is becoming force rote memorization. It's not about finding the answer. It's about regurgitating the one you've been given. And if you argue with that, and this is coming from folks that do education daily, they're in the curriculum, they're seeing what's coming down from, you know, and I'm not even getting into any of the other crap everybody's upset about schools. I'm talking about basic math, basic English, you know, just nothing extra special on top. And if you're not familiar with Common Core, I think you are because you got a young enough one. That's the goofiest shit I've ever heard of. Why the hell would you need to go through that much extra effort, which is illogical, to arrive at the exact same conclusion you could have gotten to in 2 steps instead of, you know, 11 and a half steps that don't make any sense?
Right. Why would you think that they're purposely not focusing on critical thinking? Because when I was a kid, that was purposely the focus.
You know, critical thinkers tend to be balanced, tend to debate without anger and hate in their heart.
Question authority,
tend to, you know, a wise psychological warfare operator once said, critical thinking is the most dangerous thing to a regime.
That's true, man. And I think that's the key. It's critical thinkers can be dangerous, right? Because they'll challenge the status quo. The way that you want things to be, they will look at it and say, that doesn't make any sense. We should do it this way. But if I'm making billions and billions and trillions of dollars doing it my way, I don't want to do it your way, even if your way is a better way. Yeah, that is how it works.
And so you get rid of critical thinking, then division becomes easier because you've taken the skill. Did you do debate class? I did debate class. Here's an argument you don't actually stand for, and now you're going to make it and defend it to the best of your ability. Nobody asked you to agree with it. We asked you to, in a respectful manner, debate the points and argue the points, but not argumentatively.
Right.
We don't do that anymore.
No, we do 2 things, right? We
tweet
the subject,
and yell.
Change the subject or attack the character of the person, you know, countering your point. So instead of saying, you know what, you have a point, instead I'm going to start using words like bigot, racist, whatever. I mean, there's so hate, you know.
I'm old timey, man. I still remember and still have people in my life that I absolutely 100% do not agree with their viewpoint on this or that. They're dead fucking wrong in my opinion, and I'm dead fucking wrong in theirs. And we still get along just fine, and we still can enjoy time together and come together on the things that we come together on. And there's a mutual understanding that I don't buy what you're selling. You don't buy what I'm selling. Neither of us are going to change our position on that. So where do we go from here? And death to you used to not be an option. Cancel your ass wasn't an option. I mean, you know, it's just like, baby with the bathwater. That's where the Mr. Rogerson came from. I'm looking at the neighborhood, and the neighborhood is not looking hot, people. The neighborhood is not looking hot. Y'all ain't behaving like neighbors in any way, shape, or form. Not even shitty neighbors. You're behaving.
Well, here's another thing that I was taught as a kid, right? Sticks and stones may break my bones, right? But names will never hurt me. And so nowadays, it seems like so many people think with emotions and their heart, that if you say a word that offends me, you know what I mean? It's, you know, I mean, it's like, I don't get, why would we give so much fucking credit to people who just spew shit?
I see it as a pendulum swing in an attempt to improve, as we should strive to do. Just because it used to be that way doesn't mean it should continue. And just because everybody said it was okay then doesn't make it okay now. Doesn't mean that you go so fucking far to the point of my view of the algorithm, aka reality. Because I'm not getting the same tweets you are. I'm not getting the same news you are. You don't see half of my LinkedIn posts. You do, and when you do, you take action. But they don't show it to you because the algorithm didn't show them to you, right? So you're getting your view, I'm getting my view, everybody else getting their view, and we all believe we have an accurate reflection of the facts as we enter into these debates and discussions, and we don't. And so we can't even find common ground because my version of the facts doesn't match yours.
But if we had the ability to critically think, then we would get to the bottom of that. You know, where you and I would have a discussion. Well, tell me, you know, where you're coming from. Why do you believe the way you believe? Why, what brought you to these conclusions? And you bring out these data points. I'm like, oh no shit, I have different data points than you got. And we take a look at my data points. You're like, oh fuck, where'd you get your data points? And then you start to realize, like, oh shit, we are getting a different story. Right? What's the realness in all of this? And we can't, unfortunately, you know, make sense now that you say that, you know, we teach people to not think critically, because if you don't have the ability to think critically, then you're not going to engage in these discussions. Instead, you're going to be, you fucking bigot. How the fuck did you believe that? You know,
you're watching it play out right now, man. Literally the next like 3 weeks, you're going to watch it play out. You're going to see what happens when strongly held opinions rooted in gross misunderstandings and reinforced false narratives across the board on a variety of topics. It's all starting to come to that nasty little zit head. And it's good. You know, and I'm glad I'm right with mine. It's going to get a little weird, man. It's going to get a little wiry.
I'm going to be in Mexico. Want to come hang out?
Yeah. And I've always been pro mind your own business all across the board, because that's the way I was raised, is you don't back down from what you believe and you fight for what's right, but you never do that at the expense of somebody else's ability to fight for what they believe is right, because realistically, you're probably both wrong.
Well, yeah, there's that too. I mean, everybody seems to think, you know, at certain points that they're the smartest person in the room. But it comes back to that love thing too, right? I mean, how often do you see people making shitty choices? And I'm almost afraid to tell you that you're making a shitty choice, what that is love, by the way. Love isn't just, oh, let's continue to reinforce your shitty choices. You know, you decide that you're going to leave your family and, you know, work on Harleys for a living or whatever the fuck, you know, just stupid shit, right? A friend that loves you will come alongside you and say, hey man, I don't think that's a good choice.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll tell you why that's not a good choice. You know, you're throwing away this, doing blah, 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 blah. That's what a friend would do. But it seems like the version of love that we see kind of floating around is like, well, whatever you want, and whatever feels good. I don't give a fuck if it's healthy or not.
It's the reflective. It's the real love, in my view, is sacrifice. It's hard work. It's not getting your way. It's not being right. It's not winning. It doesn't feel good a lot of the times. I had to dig deep on the family crap. We got another one getting ready to go tits up because apparently it's the season for that. So you know, and I got to dig deep and, you know, find that love, which is a difficult thing to say, all right, I got to put all of my personal feelings about these humans on the shelf. I have to forego any biases that I might have, no matter how valid they might be for these particular group of humans. I have to, you know, choose to accept their at least at a not accept in the sense of agree with, but accept in the sense of either I accept them for the way and who and what they are, or I don't. And if I don't, am I truly loving? And that's biblical. Biblical wasn't hold signs and yell at people and tell them what's wrong with them. Biblical wasn't judge people. It wasn't even judge your own Christian. You're only supposed to hold a fellow Christian to a higher standard because they say they believe in a higher standard. And you're supposed to do that in a supportive, promotive, loving way, not in a tear down and destroy way. And sometimes that means tough medicine. And sometimes that means harsh conversations. But for me, love, the part that feels good is knowing that I made the sacrifice for somebody else. And that's the most beautiful, to me at least, the most beautiful love I can show is when I'm acting in service of others.
No, yeah, for sure, man. Well, and on that, I mean, a great example.
I don't know, maybe that was too deep. I have no idea.
No, man, it's something to think about. I mean, people should think. I mean, think. Use your damn brain. You know, I don't understand why I wouldn't want to use more of my brain and why I'd want to use less of it. And it's sad that, you know, because you go back to math, right? Math, the one thing I think that's beautiful about math is it never fucking lies to you. You know what I mean? And people have debated me on this, and that's fine. I'm open to debate. The math never lies. Your equation might be fucked up. Your data might be fucked up, but the math itself is very objective.
The action of the formula of addition is a consistent, beautiful truth that you're right. If I have a thing of a thing, no matter what I call it, and another thing of a thing, and I put those two things to the process of combining and now having, you know, more than one of the thing, absolutely.
Well, that's the crazy thing. That's one of the crazy is people who understand, you know, take one thing, put it together with another thing. Now I have one thing plus another thing or whatever. And, you know, the simple 1 + 1, right? That's because you talk about the things that we throw away from the past, the things, you know, yeah, we've progressed and whatever we've done. The things that we should have never thrown away from the past is the wisdom. The wisdom was learned by fucking trial and error, pain, death, you know, suffering.
Yeah, things like politeness kept countries from descending into chaos.
Right. And so, yeah, get rid of the bigotry, get rid of the racism, get rid of the shit from the past.
Yep.
But fucking hold on dear to the wisdom shit, because that's what gets you through. That's what makes you not self-destructive. And so you look at the one, you know, so one of the wisdomy things that we all learned, hopefully, 1 + 1 is 2, right?
Right.
But I've had debates with people that claim to be smart, and they probably are smart. Well, it says, well, it depends. What the fuck do you mean it depends?
Depends on what? I mean,
how does it depend? Well, it depends on, you know, I can't even make the case.
Yes, I will agree that one from the alternate universe combined with another from a different alternate universe may not equal 2. But here on planet Earth, if I take one box of cereal out of the cupboard and another box of cereal out of the cupboard and set them on the counter, I have 2 boxes of cereal.
Right. But how often do we debate this shit? Insecurity, right? I'll say something like, just give me this one thing, right? Because this is foundational. This is fundamental to what we're going to be doing together. Mm-hmm. If we're going to be working together, we have to have some common ground, some basis from which we're working. Information security is risk management. Can you give me that? Well, what's risk management? Okay, I'll tell you. Likelihood and impact. Well, how do you figure that out? Well, you got threats and you got vulnerabilities, right? A threat exploits a vulnerability that leads to an event, and then in that event, right, you've got an impact, right? So can you give me this? Well, you know, and you end up in some fucking weird ass place. Well, why don't we just buy something or whatever? But we do this all the time where we're like, it depends. Or, I mean, take my biggest fucking pet peeve from last year when, Kevin Mandia asked a yes, no question. That's a binary fucking question. It's on or off, right? Anybody should understand fucking binary, right? A binary question, yes or no. If a properly configured firewall, would a properly configured firewall had mitigated this attack? The answer is simple. It's yes. It's binary. It's math. We can break it down if you want to, but that's what the answer is. Instead, the answer we get is it depends. That wasn't a fucking option.
Well, that goes back to smart and right. And therefore, if I'm thinking about the problem in the highest mental order, I'm considering so many factors of variability. Now, in that particular question, the answer is pretty clear. A properly configured firewall prevents the majority of fucking security events. But there has been a movement towards being that highbrow, high brain, let me demonstrate that I know so much nuance about this topic that I can give you a response such as it is conditional based on, AKA it depends, right? That applies in some cases. Right? Like how exposed is this server? Well, it depends on a few factors. Have you closed ports? Have you
right? Well, that's a different question.
It is a different question.
Was in this particular attack, which demanded command and control, right? That's the only way the attack worked.
Right.
A properly configured firewall would have only authorized outbound traffic that is required for the business.
Correct.
Which would not have been one of the ports that would have been used for command and control from this fucking server because it didn't need that.
Right.
So going back to the hard work of doing things the right way from the beginning, right? There's the value in doing it. So instead of doing that, because the reason why we don't do it, quote unquote, it's operationally cumbersome. So instead, what are we going to do? Well, let's go buy more shit, but we still have this fucking problem that we didn't use this one thing the way it's supposed to be used. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to keep piling on more and more shit. Well, that's fucking illogical. You know what I mean? Because you still have this one problem. Instead of going and buying more shit, why don't you make this not operationally cumbersome? This firewall, why don't you automate the way we can create rules on this firewall, right? And we can. I mean, it's simple. There are products that actually do that, right? I've got intrusion detection. I've got intrusion prevention where I can tune shit the right way. So anyway, we can talk all day about this, but that was what I think I was going on when I was talking about the math thing. This information security is so much simpler than we make it. You know, at least from the technology standpoint. From the person standpoint, that's not binary. That's a logarithmic function that's pretty fucked up.
I love you, buddy. Chris says hello to everyone. We speak on his behalf to say he wishes he was here tonight, and we will see you guys next week. Evan and I will be in Orlando, so there is no telling how that's going to go. But we will be here. It'll be fun. We'll either pick up this one so we can get Chris's 10 cents on it or whatever. We'll figure that out.
That's fine, man. We can move on. I like you guys' topics because I like listening.
I like your topics too.
Yeah, I got to figure out an API tonight. Still, that's what I'm working on next.
All right, deal. Let's make a deal. By 3 o'clock, we're both in bed. Come on, we can do it. 3 a.m. That's still a good couple hours of getting shit done.
Okay, how about 3 a.m.? I will not be working.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay, I'll take that.
I'll agree with that.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Seriously,
see you next week.
Love you, man.